What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Minotaur action. Hope you're ready to get those Minotaur horns on. Maybe make some people discard some cards. I am. As far as opening hand goes, we've got the Ridge, we've got the Swamp, Adaptive Automaton. Do we want to keep this? I don't think so. I mean, this seems, well, we do have a Minotaur Lord, we have a Minotaur Explorer, and we're playing against Sliver Overlord. Whisper Silk Cloak. Man, I'm just not wild about this. Let's go and mulligan on this one. Okay, I feel a little bit better. We've got the Asylum Visitor, got the Dungeon Palace, the Profane Yeah, we'll go and keep on this one. We will make this work. So yes, welcome to some Neheb. We're playing Neheb, Rogue's Passage. Do we want to put that on top? We'll draw it for, yeah, we're going to put that on top. We're playing Neheb. He has first strike. Other Minotaurs you control have first strike. Then, as long as you have one or fewer cards in your hand, Minotaurs you control get +2/+0. Then, whenever Neheb deals combat damage to a player, each player discards a card. Let's go ahead and get the Marsh Flats down. Anything we can do for one? No, we're going to pass the turn. Playing against Sliver Overlord. Three colorless. Search your library for a Sliver card. Reveal it. Put it in your hand. Shuffle your library. Then, for 3 mana, gain control of target Sliver. There you go. Fair enough. Hopefully, it is Slivers. Always enjoy playing against Slivers. Let's go ahead and get the Enters the battlefield tap. Let's go ahead and go for the Dungeon Palace. Let's go Rogue's Passage. Let's go and crack this Marsh Flats. And let's grab the, what is it? The Badlands. Grab the Badlands, put it into play. Then we can go for the Asylum Visitor, start swinging in for 3. There we go. Tap for black. And then next turn we can shock in Blood Crypt and get down to Neheb and kind of go from there. We do have the Dungeon Palace in our hand. For 3 mana, each player discards a card. Activate this only anytime you could cast a sorcery. So if we get into a few more Minotaurs, we do have the Merciless Javelin, the little Olympian over there. We can get her down for 4 mana. She's a 4/2, and they have that little first strike. And then we can start discarding cards with the Dungeon Palace and kind of go from there. So. But yeah, Neheb has been really fun so far. I've definitely enjoyed playing him. And like when I first originally started building him, I was just sitting there and just like, oh, that's kind of weird. Just not adding a lot of card draw in there because you want to get the tribal running it with the Minotaur, but at the same time you want to keep cards out of your hand. So it was kind of weird to build a deck that didn't have a lot of card draw. Some of the card draw we are running is situational. So we have stuff like Asylum Visitor at the beginning of each upkeep. If that player has no cards in hand, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. So kind of a way to, if we don't have any cards, we can still draw a few more. Okay, Kolaghan's Command. Let's go ahead and get the... Do we want a Kolaghan's Command anything right now? 2 damage target creature or player. We could go for the Plated Sliver. Because it's basically going to keep pretty much everything out of Kolaghan Command range. Let's go and shock the Blood Crypt in. Let's go and go Neheb, though. I think I'm okay with that. Let's go Neheb. Then we go and swing in with the Asylum Visitor. I doubt we'll see any blocks, but they might. We might see some blocks from our opponent. So we're going to go and swing in for 2. It's going to be a 3/1 body coming across. Put them down to 27 if they don't offer up any blocks. And then next turn we're looking at getting down the Merciless. Alright, swinging in for 3. And then we have that activated ability of 2 colorless mana of discarding a card. So this is going to allow us to kind of chunk those the little spears at our slivers over there. And then we can swing in and have our creatures not be blocked. And hopefully kind of keep them off of the mana. But yeah, oh, and we're playing against Slivers, and it is actual Slivers. Sometimes you'll see Sliver Overlord, who's the commander, but really it's just like 5-color good stuff, and so it's kind of cool to see the actual Slivers coming in hot. We'll see how this game goes up. I'm not sure if Neheb is actually power class in a Sliver, 5-color Sliver deck, but we're going to give it our best shot. We'll have some fun, and then if we lose, we lose. So, but yeah, Neheb's pretty fun. It's I'm trying to think... how I feel. It's just so odd discarding all your cards, but when it works, it works. It's a lot of fun. Okay, all Slivers are colorless. Fair enough. And we still have Kolaghan's Command online to take care of the Plated Silver. If that's what Sliver, if we want to go for that. Dark Deal. Okay, so let's go and get the Dungeon Palace down. Do we want to swing in? We're going to have first strike. We're pretty much going to, well, not going to be able to take care of some of that stuff over there. Let's go ahead and swing in. And then we have Kolaghan's Command. What do we want to swing in? We swing in with the Asylum Visitor. Let's go and do that. Because we get in a spot to where Neheb's not going to be able to take care of some of the Ghost Flame Slivers over there. So, but we could get into spots where we could Kolaghan's Command for 2 damage up there. But we'll just go ahead and get in with the Asylum Visitor. Get in for 3, drop them down to 24. Let's get the Merciless down. So we're looking at colorless, and then black, and then red. And they'll kind of re-rack on what we got going on next turn. Get them down. That's going to be 4/2. We can still pay 2, discard 2 cards. We have the land drop for the turn. So we actually get into spots where if we discard a few cards, we're going to miss out on Dark Deal. But depending on what they get out of it, we could get in spots where we make them kind of empty their hand, and we can kind of chunk the Profane Command or something like that, activating with the little Olympian, Minotaur Olympian over there. It's funny seeing a female Minotaur. You usually don't see those a lot. Pretty cool. But yeah, so we're looking at 4 mana. We do have Kolaghan's Command online. If things get a little too crazy, we do have Dark Deal. We do have Megrim in the deck, and we also have Liliana's Caress. So we're running a few. Each player discards their hand, draws a few more cards. So you're just looking to get a little bit of extra value off of that. And Liliana's Caress in a deck like this also allows us to kind of get into a spot to where you just get that little 2 a turn. You know, it's that nice little taxing effect where you can get it down early, keep swinging in with Neheb. They're going to discard a card, lose 2 life, and that'll kind of add up over the course of a game, especially in a 1 versus 1 commander. Okay, so let's kind of go ahead and re-rack. Well, we'll re-rack on these slivers on our opponent's turn. Draw into Command Tower. So we're looking at Menace and Vigilance. Looking at 2/3. So we can chunk 2 cards, make 1 creature, put a -1/1 on target creature. It can't block this turn. If we can go Kolaghan's Command for the Plated Sliver. And they can't block. Yeah, let's go and swing in on this one. I'm okay with this. Let's come in hot. So we're looking at 3. And before we go to blocks, let's go ahead and go discard a card, choose target creature. Let's go ahead and choose gets a -1 counter. And this is I think it's just a 1/1. So we can put a -1 creature on the Plated Sliver. It's going to kill it. Actually, let's go ahead. I'm trying to think which one. Let's go and put it on the, yeah, that sliver right there. So we're looking at 1, 2. Discard a card. Let's go and chunk the Barons. I'm okay with that. Can't block this turn. And let's go and go Kolaghan's Command on the Plated Sliver. They're going to have to discard a card. Target creature. Yeah, I like that. Get rid of the bonus. That way we can still swing in untouched. There we go. Sorry, I had to kind of think about the sequencing for a little bit. They're going to have to discard a card. Neheb's going to swing in and then get into spots where they're going to have to discard the last card in their hand. And then it kind of puts them into spots where we're going to have first strike and we'll be able to kind of take care of any of the creatures out there. It's just a 2/2 and a 1/1. We're going to have to discard a card. We'll go and chunk the Dark Deal because it's not really going to do anything. And then we'll put us online to go for a nice little Profane Command next turn. Let's go chunk the Dark Deal. Goes in the graveyard. They chunk the Sliver Legion. Oh, nice, man. I'll take that. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass turn. Okay, so we're going to be able to draw a card off the Asylum Visitor. Phyrexian Reclamation. So we can go ahead and get that down if we hit the land drop. But if we hit the land drop, we can get it down and kind of empty our hand. But we also get into a spot to where, with Merciless out there, we can start activating. Looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can have 2 activations. We have at least 2 cards in the hand and start putting some of those -1 creatures on those creatures over there and taking care of them. And see if they have anything to play for the turn. They've got, okay, they just make a land drop. All right, there we go. Just how Neheb wants it, where you're just basically just going hellbent with your opponent. Okay. So we're looking at Pain Magnification. Whenever an opponent is dealt 3 or more damage by a single source, that player discards a card. They have no cards in hand, so we're probably not going to go for that. Let's go and go for the Merciless. We're looking at 2. Discard the Pain Magnification. Take care of them. And let's go and activate one more time. Get rid of the Vigilance. We'll go and put that on there. Chunk the Phyrexian Reclamation. And then let's go and we definitely turn online for Neheb, and we can still go and swing with the Asylum Visitor. So we've got 10 coming across in first strike. We got the Asylum Visitor that's going to be able to take care of anything they get out there. And as far as next turn goes, can they go for the Sliver Overlord if they want to? No, I think they're going to be off on mana on that one, the double planes. Okay, we're each going to have to chunk a card. We're going to lose that Profane Command. We're going to be able to draw another card, so if we get into some sort of value, then we can go from there. But they did offer up the, oh, excuse me, yeah, they did offer the block up on the Asylum Visitor. See if they're going to get down for the turn. And then once again, with this being a 1/1, we can still throw the little spear over there. Pay 2 life, return this permanent to its owner's hand. Okay. They are at 5 life at this point right now. So if they want to pay 2 life to bring it back, and we're going to get in spots where we can kind of clear the board out. I'm okay with that. If they did have a card that they kept in their hand, we could activate the Dungeon Palace to get into spots where we can make them discard it if we were worried about some sort of combat trick. But if not, we can just kind of push in. Actually, we do have Rogue's Passage, so we can just make Neheb. Excuse me. I was trying to figure out why they did that. Do have Rogue's Passage, so we can actually give Neheb unblockable and swing in for 4, or make the Merciless swing in for 6. Okay, opponent scoops it up. Maybe they saw the Rogue's Passage line, but we still had, if we didn't have Rogue's Passage out there, we get in a spot where we can chunk a card with the Merciless over there, put a -1 counter over there. But yeah, you can see where Neheb is basically designed to just get your opponent hellbent and get yourself hellbent, and then just start swinging with a bunch of Minotaur. So it's always fun doing that. All right, everybody, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks.